week is started just a bit gloomy, as you saw in the intro, which is kind of sad, so I'm a little bit low energies today, but I still tried to work on some stuff, so I'll show you in a moment exactly what I did today. It's not that. Welcome to Tuesday. It's the first day of my 30-day challenge. I just finished to make this as a goodie bag for a new patron, and this is my first artwork for the 30-day challenge itself. I'll post it on my Instagram and on Patreon in a little bit. Here's my note session today and my to-do list. If you see, I've written quite a bit, and I also did a little page about Patreon and why I am doing this, all inspired by Fran Nerd. If you know her, give her a call. I'll just link it down below in my the description. So basically today is just going to be to finish this off, post it on Instagram and everywhere that I need to be, working on a few graphics for the Unicorn Factory, and also I'll just show you how I made this and this guy in a little process video right about now.
try to chime in.
Instagram, and it was Erin Johnston. So I got oh wow, so dark. Oh god. And I got everything set up for her, and I'll send it in the mail later today. And then I have one more Patreon goodie that I need to send off. Here's my 30-day art challenge pile. And I cut some paper so I can use it. There'll be like 30 in there. Here's my lunch. Now, I was really bummed out yesterday because, as you can see, my pencils are getting very, very tiny, and I can barely use them. And to order online, it's basically impossible right now. But then yesterday, we were on a shopping excursion for groceries. We went to a Walmart to get some basic needs, and you won't believe what I found. Oh my god. Look at all of these colors. So usually I use my trusty Prismacolors that are the Premier, and they have like the waxy feeling and everything. And the other day, well, yesterday, basically I was trying to find, where can I find more of those? Amazon basically doesn't have anything, or like an individual one is like $7. And then the local stores here in Montreal all are saying that it's going to take about 10 to 50 days just to process it. And you can see I'm very sad, and most of my pencils are just like going away. But then at Walmart, like Walmart of all places, had this at the office section, I guess. So I wanted to check them out because they have like 60 colors in here, and then you can like bend it somehow. Oh god. I think, never mind, whatever. Okay, I'll show you the swatches of colors. I tried to make it stand up, but it just doesn't work. Yeah, I'm very, very stoked about this, guys. here's the final setup. So all these top 4 rows are my regular pencil crayons, so like my regular Prismacolors, and my Faber-Castell ones as well, the gold Faber. I use only a few shades of them. And then all of these are basically the Prismacolor Scholar. So it says that they're like for aspiring artists and apparently preferred by art teachers. So I guess this is like a version for school. Some of the colors are a bit less pigmented. Some of the greens, as you can see, like my greens are pretty deep into color. And then these guys are just a tiny bit more faded, I guess, or just like I'm going to have to layer them up a bit more than usual. But I'm actually very excited. I really want to see this 423, which is like a cloud blue. Some of the greens are actually really fun, and the oranges are very similar to what I actually use on the everyday. Like if you look at the scale over here, they're pretty similar. So I'm pretty excited. I'll show you something I'll draw with it a bit later. And a surprised package arrived under my name today. What is this? 'Twas skincare products. Yeah. It is Wednesday, and I just finished making my blueberry ink and blueberry with lemon, and look at the results. Isn't it so cool? And here how the ink looks. This is the one with the lemon, and this is the regular one with just bloobs. I was inspired by Tanya Val from Alaska, who's doing a 30-day challenge with natural ink. So here's my submission to it. And I am also making, welcome to my crib, some onion ink. So this is our number 3.5, and this is how it looks so right now. And I guess we'll see soon how it will look on the paper. Very exciting. as you can see. So this one is made with onion skins. This is blueberry with lemon juice. Ooh, it's still sticky. And some blueberries. That's just blueberries themselves. Here's like more of this. And today is Friday, my friends. I've already done most of the things on my to-do list, but to be completely honest with you, it still feels like something is missing, and I guess that's just good old plain productivity guilt for you. And I kind of wanted to actually talk about that. So I really wanted to talk to you about productivity guilt, especially now it's the weekend. We're done with this week. I still obviously it's not very obvious, but like I still do some stuff over the weekend, like editing the vlog or editing some new content for the week ahead. But mostly I try to keep my weekend for myself and for my partner, so we will just kind of relax and I'll have to do all of this. Or all of this, like I don't know, it's a lot of stuff to kind of get adjusted to, like if it's for the YouTube life. So basically, sorry if I'm looking down, this is where all my notes are and my to-do list as well. So sometimes I just feel like no matter what I do at the end of the week or at the end of the day, and I look over my list and everything that I have, and it feels like I haven't done much, and it feels like I wasn't prolific enough, and I wasn't creating enough content or creating enough artwork for that matter. And whenever this kind of moment comes along, I try my best to stay calm and also look at this huge list of tasks that I have already achieved. And I try to kind of relax and understand that not every day is supposed to be about creating a masterpiece. Not every day I'll be able to create or this. What a bad view. But like it's like this is just a small situation. This is just an example. Like it doesn't have to be always like this, and I just feel like every day is a step towards a bigger goal nonetheless. Like no matter what you do, if you are on a journey, on a path, you know what's the next step to get to your higher self. You know exactly where you need to go, and you know what the steps are. That's why I keep lists. That's why I write myself notes. That's why I journal. That's why I have a weekly overview of everything that I need to do. It's order to really get myself going to the next step, to the next level, to the next goal. And I feel like in our world right now, we are so content-based and we want everything to be new and exciting all the time. And it's very hard to kind of keep up with that. And I don't like that because it puts so much pressure on yourself. And as an artist, it's a lot to deal with because suddenly you feel like everything you do is not enough ever. You don't get enough likes, you don't get enough comments or engagement or anything like that. And you kind of feel like you shoot it in the dark and nothing ever comes back and be like, oh my god, they're awesome. Like it just doesn't happen. And I mean it does, but not every day. That's kind of my point. So basically every time I feel that I put this pressure on myself, I try to take a breather and see that I've accomplished quite a bit and I've done a lot in a day, in a week, and in a month or so. If I set monthly goals. I set monthly goals for myself and yearly goals and everything like that. So I do know what kind of the progress needs to be in order for me to feel productive. And if I don't feel productive, I just basically do a reflection of the day or of the week. So that's where I'm going with this, guys. Also, don't let this productivity guilt get you down because honestly, there's always so much pressure and we just need to really remove that because I think it's just bad. It's just bad for us. It's bad for our health. It's bad for our creativity because you just feel like you constantly need to create something and it doesn't come from a place of I love it and this is what I made, so here you go, I shared this to you world. And you're just creating in order to create so you can just kind of show up, but you're not really showing up if you're not doing it from a place of love. So here are my 4 tips. My 4 tips of how to kind of let this productivity guilt go away. And also just remember you're in this for the long haul. This is a long journey. Like you're not going to get famous overnight. You're not going to get like the biggest deals of movies and galleries and everything like this. Like no, this is a progress. This is something that takes day by day. So every day I do still create. I try to like sketch, especially now in the 30-day challenge. I try to do something, but it doesn't necessarily needs to be something prolific and amazing and like it just needs to be a sketch. It just needs to be a drawing. It just needs to be an idea. It could be a video. Like it could be something that just kind of gets my creative juices flowing, and I'm trying to relieve myself of the pressure of it being perfect. The second thing is that also don't say yes to everything that comes your way. I used to think that the more I accomplish, the more I say yes to, the better my resume looks like or whatever, or my artist resume. And I feel like that's also very bad for me because I don't filter through this and I don't sift through them, and I just feel like if I just say yes, everything will happen for me. But sometimes you just need to learn to say no and to just wait for the opportunities to make your heart sing, you know? Like I think that's kind of like the point of this whole artistic journey. And if you feel burnt out, just take a break. It's that easy. It's that's awesome to just let go for a day. Like this is why I prefer to take my weekends off and not do anything big over the weekends, because I know that this is my time to kind of recharge and think what I want for the next week. And then on Monday I come with fresh energies, I come with fresh ideas and with this whole burning passion to continue to do my work. And sometimes just a break is such a great thing. Even during the day, like I sometimes just go to my bed, which is right here, and I just lay in it and I play Animal Crossings, or I scroll endlessly on Instagram, because that just gives me a mental break. And then the other thing is that there's always tomorrow. Today doesn't have to be perfect, and some days are not perfect, and sometimes you just need to let your day end, and that's okay, and that's completely fine. And believe me, like productivity guilt is not fun. So I think you need to just remove a lot of pressure from yourself and stop having such big expectations to make something happen that doesn't necessarily happen in a day, and that's completely fine. I think that's kind of the biggest thing, of just letting go of that pressure and do it day by day. It's gonna be fine, guys. I love you. Happy Friday, and thank you for watching, and I hope to see you here next week.